But first up, it's Wednesday, which means it's time to have a look at what women in the media have been saying about women's lives in our feature, It's a Woman's World. First up this week, pop princess Lily Allen has admitted to having a hang-up when it comes to her figure. Lily's admitted that when looking at her own reflection in the mirror, she sees someone who's much more overweight than she actually is. But is that the case for all women? Do you think we view all of us look at ourselves with a critical eye? Are we all a bit dysmorphic?
I think I'm a bit dysmorphic.
Eh? You're having a laugh
I'm
now.
just showing I can actually say it, actually. No, I think I know I'm not, like, overweight, but I look in the mirror and at my body, especially like if I've just got out of the bath and my hair's all stuck to my head and I've got no eyelashes because they're fair, I look like a little piglet. And...
Oh, a vision.
I'm a bit unsightly. I've got wobbly bits. I'm thin, but my bits are pretty wobbly and they do upset me.
I know what you mean. You know when you come down the stairs and things shudder?
Yeah, you come down the stairs, you stop, and they're still going.
Exactly. That's disturbing,
Have you
isn't it?
never thought of clenching?
Just
clench.
Clenching hold of someone?
No.
Cheek.
Just clench
Suck
a
it
little
up.
bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I will do that, thank you, Jane.
Yes, just clench a little.
Yeah, if in doubt, clench.
That's right.
I didn't think we were still doing the looking in the mirror thing. Are we still doing that then? I thought that was something you really tried to avoid altogether. I have to say, if I do look in a mirror, I do it very selectively. I would never now do the full frontal thing to myself because it's just too much of a shock.
Really?
Let's face it. Oh, God, yes. I look at just selected sections. You know, like if I'm going to be doing my hair, I will just have a mirror that's that, you know, shape to do my hair, and then I'll just do my face. But the thing about the face is you have to have the little round mirrors with the magnifying thing, don't you? Because the eyesight's going with everything else. So, you know, and I would never look into a full-length mirror until I was dressed and, you know, thought it was worth looking at. Because it's too much of a shock, don't you think? Yeah. You know, to actually see yourself in the buff.
Because, I mean...
Oh.
You don't... I mean, you're not a minger, are you? Come
Well,
on, let's be honest.
It's getting a bit close.
You know,
it's just not what it was, Jane. It's not what it was.
She knows how to give a compliment.
Let's be honest.
With
You
that
know,
one.
I was going to say... I mean, you're lovely. What's the matter with you?
I love you.
No, you're honestly...
They're great, these loose women, honestly.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
No, do you know what, Lesley?
It's not what it was. It's not toned anymore. That's the thing.
We were talking this morning,
Clench.
and I have to say, and I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but for a woman of your age, I think you are absolutely spectacular looking, and I wish that you could see what we could see. But I think all of us have a very warped view at times of our own self. And I think if I'm having an intelligent day, I think you're all right.
You
Do
can't.
you?
Don't
What about you?
look in the mirror and go, oh, I can't bear the sight of that, because there's no hope for any of us then. Because she's lovely.
But I do.
Oh,
You
stop
don't.
it.
But you see, you can't see what we see then. So
Some
is that the
days I
problem with
wake
all of
up
us?
and I've got Shrek's legs.
Oh, no.
Exactly, I wish they'd go away. Sometimes I think I wish I could mug people for their legs. You know, when you sit and you look at other women in fabulous miniskirts, like Carol McGiffin, I'd chop her legs off
Kelly
tomorrow.
Brooks the
I
other week.
would.
Oh,
Do you remember
Kelly
Kelly's
Brooks,
legs.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you can't help it, can you?
No, you see, a little tip, girls. A little tip. Take it from me. Get into that. Have that big mirror, first thing. But what you have to do, always look at it first thing on the morning, because you've not eaten for a good 8 hours.
Yes.
And also, do your stretch so your bust comes up like that. And you look like that, go on your tiptoes, and you actually look half decent. You look half decent.
Jane, at the moment, we look like the village people.
Yeah, OK.
What if you haven't done your pits? You've then got that to worry about, haven't you?
Oh, no, lovey, get your pits done.
You've got to have some standards, Lise.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to bed with Chewbacca, darling.
I'll just let myself go.
Now, from the Princess of Pop to the High Priestess, Cher is feeling a bit down in the dumps this week because she's working on a new movie called Burlesque, and she's working alongside a number of young, nubile Hollywood beauties, including Christina Aguilera. And she says that she just doesn't feel that she compares. She says, it's a hard job. You get up at 5 a.m. and you try to look good, and all these girls are a third of my age, and, well, it's rough.
Yeah, but...
Is she right?
Well, there's bits of her that aren't even 20.
But do we do what she's doing? Do we look at younger, sleeker, sexier models and compare ourselves to that?
Go on, Lisa.
No, I don't, because I mean, you know, I'm getting on a bit, and I what's the point? I'm not even in the race anymore, and especially as an actress, if you're working on something, and like for example, if you're doing a mother and daughter scene, which I've done a fair bit of, you get like the close up. of the 20-something, you know, and it's all, she looks beautiful and fresh-faced, and they cut to you, like, straight away, and you've got, like, it's totally different lighting, like, horse blanket over the lens, or a gauze or something, and you just go, that's your career, that's you.
You're making yourself sound like John Merrick. The horse...
Well, in HD, it's possible, let me tell you.
Oh, don't, HD, I don't welcome that at all, you're quite
But no,
right.
I think there comes a point where you just have to go... I love seeing, as a mum, 20-somethings looking great. I think you look fantastic, and I think of them as kids. You can't compete with that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't look at younger women and feel envious, but I do look at... You know when you're on the beach?
Yeah.
You put your sunglasses on, nobody knows what you're looking at. I do. I just sit there staring at other people's bodies all day.
Do you?
What, the girls or the boys?
Yeah, girls much more than men.
Do you know, you can get arrested for what you're doing.
Yeah, but you know, you can't help it, especially when after I'd had Ben. The only time I really compared myself to other women, because I don't, as a rule. You are what you are. You've got to work with what you got. And as much as I don't like it, I live with it, you know, and I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, if I'm being really honest. I eat more than I think, put it that way. But when I had Ben, just before I had him, I'd interviewed Jessica Alba, you know, beautiful woman. We were both pregnant at the same time. That snapped back into a bikini quicker than the blink of an eye. So whilst I'm dragging my backside up and down the local high street, there she is, you know, all fabulous.
There's no point in comparing yourself. Like, Cher, I mean, you shouldn't ever compare yourself with anybody younger. I mean, you're on to hiding to nothing, aren't you, doing that?
By the way,
You've got to
how old are you? Everyone, because we've been saying our mark. I've never known, actually. I think it's time we...
You don't want to know how old I am.
Can we out you, Lesley?
Can we?
Go on, then.
Just before we do, very quickly.
It's my birthday soon.
Well, we did a bit of a straw poll, and Lisa guessed your age at...
46.
Yeah, I thought you were being slightly cruel. I would have said 45. Jane?
Yeah, I thought same age as me.
So, Lesley?
About 46.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Give us your real age.
I'm 55 next birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see? You see?
Yummy mummy is all I'm going to say to
Thank
you.
you, my
And it's
darling.
all our own.
Exactly.
I'll
Listen,
pay them
little
to let
tip.
me work
Don't
here.
worry about
It's all
beaches.
my own.
I learnt a tip, and it was actually by fluke that I learnt this. You know, on your sunbeds, when you're on the beach and you're reading your book and the sun's coming right at you, and you always turn it round, don't you, to where the sun is? And a sunbed goes down like that. So if you're slightly overweight or thinking like I am, all your stuff goes south. It's not nice, it doesn't look pretty. But if you turn the bed the other way round and lie on it that way with your feet up in the air... And not for what you're thinking, madam. But you just lay back and you sort of tilt back so your bust goes that way, your legs are up in the air so your fat comes down, and even your chins have gone, and you've got no sun in your eyes so you can read your book and you look quite hot. You look quite hot.
I'd have to go to my eyes. The sun would be obliterated.
Yeah.
Leslie would suffocate, God love her. OK, time for a break, but...